mystery be? Everybody is wondering what and where we all came from. Everybody is worried about where they're gonna go when the whole thing's done. But no one knows who's written until it's not the same to be. Think I'll just let the mystery be. Think I'll just let the mystery be.
All right, thank you so much. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome both in the sanctuary and online to the Sunday service of the Unitarian Universalist Church of St. Petersburg on the unceded lands of the Tobaga and Seminole Native Americans. My name is Allison, and I'm excited to bring you today's service, Caring for Our Relationships, with today's worship associate, Sandy Weeds.
Thanks, Allison. If you want a church that honors the interdependent web of all existence, that celebrates that we are all sacred beings, diverse in culture, experience, and theology, and declares that every person has a right to flourish with inherent dignity and worthiness, I have good news. You may have found your church home.
We welcome children and their unique energy to be with us today. In fact, today is a super special day, our very first Time for All Ages service. Yay! Ooh, wow. So guess what that means we have to do today? Audience participation. And what else are we gonna do? We're gonna make lots of mistakes. So thank you for your patience. Did you know that whenever you try something new, you'll probably be pretty bad at it? So, have you guys tried anything new? Were you bad at it? Like a little bad? Big bad?
Nobody wants to hear it, babe.
Okay, so big bad. Okay, you guys are breathing, your nose is still attached. We're good? Okay. So, thank you for your patience. So today is Caring for Our Relationships, and your participation is a fantastic way to show that you care for me and the other young people in our church. So moving forward, thank you all for participating. After the service, we do ask you to use the QR code that is in your order of service to give us feedback. And it can be nice feedback or mean feedback. It's going to me, and if I cry, I won't let you know. After the first part of our sermon today, we will have an opportunity for the little ones to go to the nursery, but the first part of the service will include the little ones. But if you have a very small child, like a baby, please feel free to take them to the nursery whenever you would like. Before any of that, announcements.
I am pleased to report that our beloved Lucinda Zeman has a new full-time job. Congratulations, Lucinda. What that means for the rest of us is that the hospitality team now needs some more help. If you are interested, please talk to Lucinda after the service. Second, we are inviting anybody with tech experience to help with our service live streaming. If you want to have some extra experience to put on a resume or internship, that type of thing, please talk to Rob, who is upstairs doing the live streaming now, or you can talk to Reverend Ben next Sunday. Thank you. You can read the rest of your announcements in the order of service in our weekly newsletter and on the TV in Gilmore during coffee hour. It's the fourth Sunday of the month, so there will be food today.
So as Unitarian Universalists, we're a people of diverse faiths, but we share a common faith that every person is worthy of love and that what we do in this world matters. We are connected to one another and the earth, and whoever you are, wherever you are in your journey, you are welcome here. Allow me to give a special welcome to our newcomers. If you are new to UU St. Pete, or even relatively new, can you give us a wave? Yay. So,
Welcome.
if you'd like, this is a choice. You can choose to introduce yourself or not. No obligation. Sandy will bring the microphone to anyone who would like to introduce yourself so that our folks on YouTube Live can hear what you have to say. Hello. This one is now working. Thank you.
Okay, I think the first person I saw with a hand up.
Hi, I'm David. I moved here recently from Virginia. I've been here for almost 3 weeks. I do have family in the area, and I live nearby, and I'm loving St. Petersburg so far, and decided to come here today to see what the church was about, and hopefully meet some like-minded people. So, thank you.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Anybody else who would like to introduce themselves?
Hi, my name is Kate. Hello, my name is Kate. Put on the spot, huh? I live in Apollo Beach. I've lived there for several years now, and I wanted to come to the church because I went to the same church when I lived in Las Vegas. I love dogs.
Anybody else? Welcome, Kate. Anybody else who'd like to speak?
All right. So thank you all for sharing, and thank you all for silencing your cell phones. We have our children with unique energy here today. Nora. Hi, Nora. She's mine, so I can talk to her that way.
Oops.
Oh. On the microphone. Well, you know what? She's going to a chance to do that later. So she is 3 years old, and meltdowns will occur. Welcome to our first all-ages service. So we are going to be moving the Greet Your Neighbors portion of the service till after the first part of our reflection. For now, please rise as you are willing and able for our first hymn, number 162 in the gray hymnal, "Gonna Lay Down My Sword and Shield."
I'm laying down my sword and shield, down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm laying down my sword and shield, down by the riverside, and study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Gonna lay down my burden, down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Gonna lay down my burden, down by the riverside, and study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Gonna shake hands around the world. Everywhere I roam. Everywhere I roam. Everywhere I roam. Gonna shake hands around the world. Everywhere I roam and study
Please remain standing for our chalice lighting. The flaming chalice is a reminder that we choose to focus here together for this time today, and that we believe such time is sacred. When April Cook lights our chalice, I invite you to say our covenant out loud. The words can be found within your programs and in the text chat. Feel free to follow along with the two hand movements, hand to heart, then hands reaching out like you are serving. Love is the spirit of this church,
and service its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another.
We come to the time in our worship service for joys, sorrows, and concerns. Those of you on YouTube Live are not in this room, but your presence is still felt. Please type your joys and sorrows into the text chat. If you have a joy, sorrow, or concern to submit during the week, please write to Reverend Ben at minister@uustpete.org.
As part of our Time for All Ages service, I would like to invite all the children, teens, and in-betweens to sit in the front of the room today with me. Since today is a special day, I would also like to invite anyone here of any age that would like to sit on the floor with us up front.
We do have a few extra minutes while the kids get settled, so if you'd like to fill out and bring a card, you can do so at this time, and I see some more are coming. Or you can ask a neighbor to bring yours up for you. Both little and big joys and sorrows are encouraged. Our young people are going to take turns placing a stone in the water for each joy, sorrow, and concern that was submitted this week.
Steve, do you have the red microphone? All right, thank you all. So, before we get started, I want to thank you all for coming up. I'm going to use this because my memory doesn't work very well, so I need to read words in order to remember what I was planning on saying. So, thank you all for coming up. I know it can be really scary sometimes in front of everyone, and it can be extra scary to talk. I want you all to know that in this church, everyone here loves you all, no matter what. Did you know that just by being here and sharing what you think, you're helping all of us? You're helping. It's true. Did you all know that adults don't get new brains when they're older? It's the same brain that we had when we were your age. So when I was 3, I had the same brain I have now. And as we get older, more and more stuff just kind of piles on top of everything that sometimes we forget what's really important, like how exciting it is to play, or the fastest way to become someone's friend is to ask. So you're only 13 or 3 one time, and the things that you're learning now are so important. So we're so happy that you're here to remind us of all those important things that we old clutter brains have forgotten. So, what were we doing again? My clutter brain just forgot what we were doing. Joys, sorrows, and concerns. So, first, for each joy, sorrow, or concern we talk about, we're going to put a stone. Miss Cordia, can you bring that over? Yes, please. So you guys are all going to help me put the stones in the water for all of our joys, sorrows, and concerns. So, and since we're all taking turns, we're going to give each of you a stone that when it's your turn to put it in the water, then you can bring it up and put it in the water for us. Thank you. Okay, so do any of you know what a joy is? Hey guys, do you guys know what joy is? Yeah, what's joy? Sorry to everyone in the back. What's a joy?
There's a movie called Inside Out.
There's a movie called Inside Out with joy.
Happiness?
Happiness, yeah. Happy heart. Can you all make a happy face? We have a very not happy face up here, and that's okay. Do any of you know what a sorrow is? Sadness. That's right. Sadness. Something? Yeah? So can you make a sad face? Thank you. And what about a concern? What's a concern? Scaredness. Oh,
Worried about something?
when you're worried about something, that's right.
My mom ain't gonna die.
Yeah, when you're worried about your mama potentially gonna die. So hopefully that doesn't happen. So if something's bothering you, so Miss Sandy is going to share some of the other joy, sorrows, and concerns that other people have written.
The first joy comes from Caitlin Showalter, and she says that we welcomed our new dog, Gwen. I just love her.
That's where that went.
Oh, another one.
Yes. Thank you.
And this is very appropriate to be the next one. It comes from Gordia. My BFF, Caitlin, is back from Europe. Church has been lonely without her.
Okay.
From Susanna Mello, a stone of joy for celebrating 20 years with Keith Kenny at my side. Also blessed to be turning 70 this week with my family members coming up from Brazil and Virginia with our precious 8-month-old granddaughter to help celebrate. Feeling blessed. Another stone of joy from April Cook. The ladies of Uke came back.
Anybody else?
This seems to be kind of a pattern here. Another stone of joy, Adam and Chelsea Stelzer, for Isa and Antoine, dear friends, welcoming a healthy baby boy, Luca. There is a sorrow, and this is anonymous. And I would like to invite the person who submitted this to come and speak to somebody after the service if they feel that they can. I let someone force me into an abortion I did not want, and now I hate myself. So please, if you are at all able, come and speak with somebody and maybe let a little bit of this sorrow dissipate. The final card or stone is a stone of joy again, and that is from Mr. Azariah. And this is for the blessed friendship of Lauren Connor and Earl Waters, who diligently pick me up for church and take me to appointments without fail.
Now, do any of you guys have a joy, a sorrow, or concern that you'd like to share? You're happy? That's okay. You don't have to share if you don't want to. Thank you for letting us know you're happy. Oh, well, you were first.
We went to the mountain. I just have Sirius at home.
You just have Sirius at home?
Cereals.
Oh, cereals at home. Okay. I hope that's a joy. All right. So thank you guys all for participating, and thank you all for your patience. So that's all. We will now place the final stone for those joys and sorrows that remain in our hearts, perhaps too tender to be spoken out loud.
Now please join us for a responsive reading written by John Motter. May our hearts not become calloused by the never-ending incidences of oppression and hatred that so many face each day. Rather, may we keep our hearts open to the positive efforts of so many people causing good trouble in the world. May we have the strength to demand and gain the right for all people to have a safe place to sleep, health care to keep them strong, and the knowledge that their lives matter.
The struggle is taking longer than it should, but we will get there if we continue to strive for basic human rights.
May all of us find a comforting and compassionate presence in the warmth of fellowship and community. The mystery is that we are connected even when we feel apart. Let us rejoice in our beloved community that makes of the many one.
So we are going to take a minute of quiet together. In this minute, you can, 1, practice resting your busy brain. 2, you can imagine all of the love that it took for us all to be together in one place today. Or 3, practice your Jedi superpowers by sending happiness and healing to anyone who may be sick or sad. Okay, so 1 minute. We're going to be quiet for 1 minute and think about those things. Go.
Number 123, Spirit of Life. Join us.
All the sins of
Thank you. All right, so you guys are going to stay with me for a little longer. So today's service, and sorry if I'm on the floor and you can't see me, I'm here. Today's service is about caring for relationships. Relationships are that special connection you have with someone else, the feelings you share together, and the ways that you interact with each other. To start, who's an important person in your life? Who's an important person in your life? Yeah.
Your mom and your dad.
Your mom and your dad. Who else has an important?
My friend.
Awesome, your friends. Okay. So, is there something special about your relationship with them? Your friend, your mom, your dad, someone who's helped you? So, relationships can have a lot of things that are special about them. It could be something that you guys do together, or something that you both get excited about, or ways that you take care of each other. Is there something special that you do with someone special in your life?
I do art with my friend.
Nice. All right. So, oh, baby. Oh, honey, it's okay. So, is there anyone else who wants to tell us about a special relationship in your life? This is open to everyone. Audience participation day. Yes.
My wife is really special to me.
Wow, you must have a really special wife. She must be great. Inside joke, that's me. Thank you for participating on my behalf. You won the pop quiz.
Reverend Ben is really special to me. I miss him this week, and he's having a wonderful time elsewhere.
Thank you. Anyone else special?
It's very special to me to be a member of this family.
All of us here, we're special. Thank you, Earl.
Yes, I have a special relationship with Zakiya Hooker. We collaborate when we write music together. I don't get to see her a lot. She lives in Georgia. But when we collaborate, it's absolutely magical. And it absolutely inspires me. I'm inspired by the congregation here. I've been writing a lot based on what I observed. There's a lot to write about with you guys. A whole lot, as a matter of fact. And, but she's a really interesting, compassionate woman, and very heavenly. She's very heavenly. And it's a really, really very special relationship that we have.
Thank you for sharing. Oh, that's amazing. Yes.
I have a very special person that I am moving back to Colorado to live with, my daughter. And although I'm really looking forward to it, I'll miss everyone at my church home here.
All right, well, thank you guys all for sharing. I hear that Miss Nora has. So who's a special person in your life?
I like making crafts with my boys and my girls.
I don't know who these boys or girls are, but yes. Who are they?
They're my friends.
Oh, they're your friends. Okay. All right. And thank you for keeping me in check, April. So, it can take a lot to make a special relationship. A lot of time, a lot of effort, 9 months, and then some labor. But it's kind of like watering plants every day and watching it grow. or how eating vegetables every day can help your body get bigger and stronger. Now, everyone is different. Everyone likes to give and receive love in different ways. And all the little things we do add up. Caring for relationships is kind of like caring for a garden. If you have a watermelon plant, watering the watermelon plant probably, do you think watermelon plants like water when you water them every day? Yeah? Probably. Now, how about a cactus? What if you watered a cactus every day? It's like, I love you, cactus. Here, I'm going to water you every day. What would happen? It will die. It will get squishy and sad. As many of us do over ice cream. So, each person is unique. And what are the things that we do instead of watering our people, because it's not nice to pour water on people most of the time, what do we do to care for our relationships? What do we do to care for the people in our life?
Be kind to them.
Kind. Yes.
We spend time with them.
We spend time with them. We spend time with them. What else? We silence our cell phones during service for our wives. What else do we do to care for our relationships? Hug. We give a hug. Physical touch. What else? We listen. We listen to the people we care about, even when it's boring or we don't want to hear it. That's love. What else do we do? Feed them. Ho, ho, ho. Yes, food is love for many people. We rotate their laundry. So there's a lot of ways to show love and care for the people in our lives. And what people like to get is based off of who they are. Like, I don't like getting gifts. I don't like giving gifts. I don't. So don't spend money or give me things. I'm good. But there's a lot of people who love getting presents. Do any of you guys love getting presents?
I like getting presents.
So some people, that shows that you love them by giving them a present. So in this audience, who here shows love by hugging? How many of us show love by hugging? How many of us like to get hugs? How many of us don't like to get hugs? We are the cacti. Sometimes, yeah. Mood dependent, as many of us. So how many of us like to listen to show that we love? How many of us talk so much that we love having someone to listen to us? So we do have coffee hour after service, so you two should get together. So we have different ways that we give and receive love. So now sometimes we can hurt our relationships. We all talked about special people in our lives. Have you ever felt hurt by someone that's special to you? Like they hurt your feelings?
Paw Patrol one.
A new Paw Patrol one. Very relevant answer. Has anyone ever had your feelings hurt? Raise your hand if you've ever had your feelings hurt by someone you care about. All right, now I know who's not participating today. But that's okay. We will show love by honoring your what works best for you. Now, even after they hurt your feelings, did they still care about you? So, Nora, I'm going to leverage our relationship. So when Mama doesn't play with you and you have big feelings, does Mama still love you even if I don't play with you?
Owl wants one.
Owl wants a present too. Our first time for all ages service, everyone. So, have you ever hurt someone else's feelings? Someone else that was special to you? Yeah, many times. It happens. Did you still love that person, even though you hurt their feelings? Yeah, we still love that person. So how did you show that you still loved them, even after you hurt their feelings? Say sorry. Now, we all have different needs, and we all make mistakes. So congregation, participation time, if you know the words to this Sesame Street song, I encourage you to participate with me. I've got a special secret children ought to know. It's about the little mistakes you make as you begin to grow. If you make a mistake, you shouldn't start to cry. Mistakes are not so bad, I'll tell you why. Oh, everyone makes mistakes, oh yes they do. Your brother and your sister and your dad and mother too. Big people, small people, matter of fact. All people make mistakes. So why can't you, including me? Thank you. I'll be going on tour sometime next month here. Now, all right. So, we make mistakes, we hurt each other, we have to do things to show people that we care about them. Ugh, that sounds like a lot of effort. That's a lot of effort, a lot of work. So why would you even do that? If you have to give people hugs when you don't want to, or like listen to them when all they want to talk about is the consistency between the different Star Wars episodes and TV shows. Because you love them. Because the relationship is important. Does anyone else know why we go through all that effort for the people we care about? It sounds like it's easier to be alone. It makes other people feel good. How so? What makes relationships worth it?
Because of the reciprocation. Yes, and also because it helps them feel good, and you can build upon each other.
So I'll make you feel good if you make me feel good.
No, not just that. No, because it helps you to build up each other. You build up each other. It's about love.
You build up each other, and it's about love. So by loving someone else, and doing the things you kind of really don't want to do, does that help make you a better person? Let's see. Yeah? So kids, when we do something that we don't want to do, but it makes somebody else happy, does that make us better? Yeah, it makes Gordy happy. Okay. Hi. When you do nice things for other people that make them happy, is it worth it? You think so, to do that effort? Okay. Yeah. Okay, well, thank you guys all for taking the time up here and talking with me. We all love and appreciate you. At this point, we are finally going to greet our neighbors. Because I know you guys are all just dying to talk to each other at this point. If you share an interest with somebody, talk to them. If you saw someone who wants to be loved and be loved in ways that are compatible with you, I didn't spend too much time on that today just because of the participation. But talk about what makes you happy, what gives you life if you're meeting someone new today. And if you're extra daring, you can do what some of the kids do, and you can say, hey, you're cool, I want to be your friend. So, and parents, if you want to take smaller children to the nursery, now is a great time to do so, or a potty break or a diaper change. I'm setting the timer to 4 minutes today for socialization and to get the kids transported. So 4 minutes, go.
I'm good. How are you?
Socialize with her down there, too.
Our church is only one service. Like fellowship. And stuff after the students. We have two right now. Yeah, 9 o'clock. We have additional service. Obviously. Probably 6 to 7 years.
As far as I've heard, she's still
regularly.
That's what I thought. Probably just for the family, and so.
Of course, then they do the town stuff, so that, I like it, but it doesn't get people, they drop a little so you don't get that fellowship anymore.
The doula program's a whole nother culture. That working with the family, just time through and planning their funeral and the whole nine yards. This is just, I think they changed the name. There's called transitions. Kentucky would call it 11th hour. It's just people that are actively dying. So they don't die long.
So that was, so a lot of people, after that, they kind of did away with that. And they've never, we have a band.
Tammy has been somewhat. And electronics do not play well with each other sometimes.
We're going to get started again. Right. Thank you guys. I'm glad you guys are so enthusiastic. All right. So we're going to be playing Peace, Precious Peace.
All right.
There's a wonderful feeling in the hearts and the minds in a world that is sick with blood and shame. And the battle for glory and the peace we will find when we lay down the sword and the flame. There'll be shouting and singing, there'll be joy everywhere. There'll be battles from every land and foe. There'll be jubilant ringing of the bells everywhere. When there's peace, precious peace in this world. When there's peace, precious peace in this world. When there's peace, precious peace in this world. There'll be shouting and singing, there'll be joy everywhere. When there's peace, precious peace in this world. There'll be no tears of sorrow for our boys over there. No more bombs bursting loudly in the air. In the land of tomorrow, where all nations declare, no more war in this world anymore. There'll be shouting and singing, there'll be joy everywhere. There'll be battles from every land and foe. There'll be jubilant ringing of the bells everywhere. When there's peace, precious peace in this world. When there's peace, precious peace in this world. When there's peace, precious peace in this world. There'll be shouting and singing, there'll be joy everywhere. When there's peace, precious peace in this world. When there's peace, precious peace in this world.
Thank you all so much. So, hello again. Before I forget, because I am a very forgetful person, if someone has advice on how not to traumatize small children by asking too many questions in front of everyone, I'd love to hear that for future reference. Oh, yes. Awesome. Thank you. No, and that wasn't my intention, so thank you very much. Yes. No, like, oh, she said never make a child hug someone. Children can sense that there's a danger and it's good for them to have boundaries. And I realized as I was saying it that doing things that you don't really want to do to make other people feel better isn't necessarily the healthiest way to go about things. I simplified more than I should have. But please protect yourself, protect your boundaries, and you can love other people while also protecting yourself and your boundaries and honoring your own needs. So love yourself, and you can love others. So thank you very much. All right, so this church does not offer perfection, and we do not expect it from anyone. So thank you all for going along with me today. I am super duper tired. I don't think you've noticed. And you know, it's funny, relationships and, you know, these kind of dialogues that we have, it's kind of like a dance, right? Where we all move and sway in different ways to different tunes that are going on in our head. But the moment that we join hands, we connect with one another and sway to music together, it becomes magic. So I'm going to embarrass him today, but my husband Greg is here today. And like all relationships, we've had our ups and downs. We've had times that no matter how hard we were trying to do the dance, and no matter how difficult or easy the dance moves were, you know, we couldn't seem to match up. When Nora came along, it felt like everything between us had fallen apart. I was trying to sway with baby girl, and he was trying to focus on on his livelihood and his business to keep us all supported. We seem to have hit rock bottom this winter, and I'd pretty much lost faith that things would get better. But then something amazing happened. We both began to do a better job listening to each other, believing what the other person was telling us, meeting each other where we were at, and accommodating for each other's needs in ways that work best for us. But to make these strides, we had to better know ourselves. On my personal self-discovery journey, I was finally able to have a huge breakthrough. So I wasn't just constantly stressed and anxious and uptight and all over the place and depressed and moody all the time for no good reason. You know, I finally got diagnosed with ADHD as an underlying factor. And my husband, who is textbook, like you see the little boys running around and you think attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, that's him. But because of that journey of self-exploration, we were able to finally understand each other. And it's funny because even though we were struggling with the same things, we tackled it two completely different ways. So I was very rigid and hard on myself and tried to keep structure. Like if I didn't have every single piece together, everything would fall apart. And Mr. Tornado Chaos over here is loosey-goosey, like everything's fun, I'm gonna do everything, and he's full of fun. Oh my gosh, people who can be fun, awful, terrible. So it was really funny that we had the same challenges, but we were so different about it. But we were able to find that common ground and common understanding. And it's funny how long, the longer you're in a relationship with someone, you keep doing that dance over and over. You learn new things, you grow, you change. You're different people now than you were 5 years ago. Every second, minute, hour, day that we've lived for our whole lives have shaped us into these beautiful, wonderful, unique human beings with unique experiences and unique needs. So everything that we do shapes us. And by seeing that person, who they are, where they're at, how they've been molded over time, and honoring that effort for trying to understand and trying to accommodate, that's love. That's love right there, is caring enough to keep doing that dance and keep trying. No matter what happens, whether you get it wrong, we're gonna make mistakes. We're gonna fail over and over and over again. But the act of trying, the effort we take, that compassion of trying to understand where that person is coming from, where they're thinking, what they're feeling, that is love. Because we're not perfect, and we all have things that capture our attention and take us off course. You know, we're not, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not 100% all day, every day. It's like and by the time I'm home, I'm usually at 5%. So my poor husband gets the without batteries reserves. Now, you know, and it's funny because as we've navigated this relationship over time, it's become clear how hilarious our quirks are. It's so dumb. Like, I have to be angry in order to clean, right? So I'm just scrubbing dishes and angry. And so I talk to myself too. So he's just hearing me be angry at dishes and he thinks that I'm yelling at him. It's like, no, just ignore me, please. Please ignore me. I promise, I'm not angry at you, I'm angry at the slime. And the same way, like, he does the big, I'm Tim the Toolman Taylor grunt, grunt, grunt as I'm moving things. And I have to learn to ignore that because I think that to me, I'll otherwise think that he's complaining there. But he's not. Like, we learn to communicate, trust when someone tells us something that, you know, that it's not projecting our problems and our issues onto the other person. Honor who they are. I went really off script, but I'm excited that we're all here today. I love you all, and I think that one of the greatest things about this congregation is that we look at each other and see the person and try to honor those differences, meet people where they're at. And my hope for the future of this congregation is that we continue to care and love each other in that way. So thank you all. Please care for the relationships in your life through that effort. And amen, Ase, blessed be. Thank you.
We are so grateful to have this beautiful building, our staff, our shared services, and most importantly, your presence. In addition, we are proud today to be sharing the non-pledge portion of the plate with the Social Justice Project. Children throughout Florida will be returning to school by mid-August. This month's project will support the cost of school uniforms and supplies for Twizir and Miriam's 4 children. We met this Congolese refugee family soon after their arrival in December 2015. They are now self-sufficient, but can use an extra hand periodically. Please be generous, both to this family with whom we share a connection and to our church community. given in love is received with great joy, and we say thank you. Now please rise as you are willing and able for our closing hymn, Blue Boat Home, number 1064 in the gray hymnal.
Teal hymnal.
Oh, teal, yeah. It's written in gray, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's right, there's a black one and a teal. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Standing on these mountains and plains, far away from the rolling ocean, still my mind and heart can say, I've been sailing all my life now. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue bone. Some I sail and run my ladder as I ply the starry sea, leaning over the edge in wonder, casting questions into the deep, drifting here with my ship's companions, all we kindred pilgrim souls, making my way by the lights of the heavens in our beautiful blue boat home. I give thanks to the waves upholding me, hail the great winds urging me on, greet the infinite sea before me, sing the sky my sailor's song. I was born upon the fathoms, never harbored or boys I know, the wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home.
You may be seated.
Today's closing words are brought by the Reverend A. Powell Davies. None of our private worlds is big enough for us to live a wholesome life in. We need the wider world of joy and wonder, of purpose and venture, of toil and tears. What are we, any of us, but strangers and sojourners, forlornly wandering through the nighttime until we draw together and find the meaning of our lives in one another. Dissolving our fears in each other's courage, making music together, and lighting torches to guide us through the dark. We belong together. Love is what we need, to love and be loved. Let our hearts be open, and what we would receive from others, let us give. For what is given still remains to bless the giver when the gift is love. Now please remain seated for our postlude.
Take you away, no matter what way you've been. Don't you wish it was true? Don't you wish it was true? All the little children in Valley, they'll be singing and laughing, sweet honey. Don't you wish it was true? Don't you wish it was true? But if tomorrow everybody under the sun was happy just living as one, the boys no battles to be won. But if tomorrow everybody was your friend, happiness would never end. Lord, don't you wish it was true? But if tomorrow everybody under the sun was happy just living as one, the borders no paths to be won. But if tomorrow everybody was your friend, happiness would never end. Lord, don't you wish it was true?
Thank you so much. We invite you now to follow along with the hand gestures, the light of truth head, warmth of love heart, fire of courage fingers, as April extinguishes our chalice. The words to UUSP's traditional chalice extinguishing are in your order of service or in the text chat. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of love, or the fire of courage. These we carry in our hearts and out into the world. Please join us for coffee hour in Gilmore. We do have food today. If you see someone you don't know nearby, invite them to join you. Our worship is over, but our service begins. We hope this time together will help you through your week and will help you remember you are not alone. Thank you.